Welcome, watchers of illusion, to my castle of confusion, looking at Rygar AGA today. Now, Rygar was a arcade game originally, converted to a lot of systems back in the day. This is a new release, actually. Well, I say new, this was released a couple of years ago, but this is the advanced graphics chip of the AGA of the Amiga 1200. Yes, running on an Amiga hard drive as well. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've got cheats enabled because that's going to happen a hell of a lot. Yes. Lots of death. Yeah, so it's pretty much as close to the arcade game as you're going to get, taking full advantage of the Amiga's hardware, and told you that was going to happen a lot. So yeah, I've got infinite lives on. Now this is running off, like I said, the A1200 hard disk. You can download this game for free, and you can play it on your actual Amiga or emulator or whatever you want to do. I highly recommend it. But it's, do you know, I Rygar on the ZX Spectrum. Oh yes, what the hell? It's gonna happen a lot. Yeah, I had this game on the ZX Spectrum, and I thought it was fun then. I don't remember it being this difficult though, but maybe it was. Maybe I've, rose-tinted glasses and all that jazz. But we will be looking at the usual criteria of the game as we go, as we play. So it'll be, graphics, UI, sound, music, playability, replay value, and age rating, of course. Nice and easy. Unlike this game, which is balls to the wall hard. But then it always has been. This is nothing new. This isn't like ramped up difficulty for the Amiga version. This is actually arcade, pretty much arcade perfect. So you take the role of Rygar, as you can see there, and he has this like, what you call that, a glaive on his arm that he can waft around the screen like that. So we'll go on to controls in a minute and tell you how all this works. But absolutely, this is really good. I mean, if you didn't know this was the Amiga version, you'd probably think this was the arcade version anyway. So there's lots of stuff you can pick up in the game, normally by those stone obelisks or whatever you'd like to call them, and you smash them up, and there's normally stuff hidden inside them, which is great. So there's power-ups and all sorts of bits in there, if you can survive long enough. I mean, didn't even get a chance to get that one. I died again. But look at the backgrounds. Aren't they absolutely wonderful? So you got the actual animation on the waterfall as well. And then you get these like bonus rooms here where you get all your points accumulated, extra lives, blah, 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 blah. And then there you go. We'll have a look at the UI in a second when we're back out into the battlefield. So you've got your top left-hand corner is your score. Then in the middle, you've got the high score. You've got your timer, which is a very generous minute to get through the levels. They're not very long levels, they're just quite hard. And then on the opposite side, you've got your extra life. So you get extra lives every 200,000 points. There you are. Bottom left, you've got how many lives you've got left. I'm not sure what the one in the middle is. I think it's for collectible items. And then you've got whichever round you're on and how far you've got with the map. If you can just about see that in the bottom right hand corner. As you move, that moves, so it shows you how much space you've got left to actually go before you get to the bonus room again. There you are. That's quite a nice little touch. So they've really gone above and beyond. It's really, really good, actually. It's very smooth, incredibly smooth, actually. Very, very pleased with this. Like I say, it's not free. It's free download, so I will include the link in the description. You can go and have a look yourself, and I want you to report back once you've had a play and let me know what you think. Did you actually play Rygar? Rygar? Who's Rygar? Must be his brother. If you played Rygar back in the day, let me know what you thought of it then, and what you think of it now. I can't kill those armoured rhinoceroses. What the hell? Bloody! I'll tell you, everything in this game just hits you. By the way, one shot and you're dead. There's no mercy in this game at all. But lots of things to do, lots of things to collect, and the fact that the hard drive version comes complete with the option. It is option to have infinite lives. Prior to you loading the game up, which is nice. So you've got that option if you want to use it like I have, because if I didn't, this would be an incredibly short review and it wouldn't really do the game any justice, because I would have been dead 25 times. So what the hell? Where did he come from? Okay, I wasn't expecting a large gentleman to come and pound my face in like that. Never mind. So yes, so you get a repulse bonus, you get your ranks, you get your timer bonuses and all that kind of jazz. So the more you do, the better your score was going to be. So it's all good fun. It's all good fun. Controls are quite simple. You've got left and right, then you've got, well, up is jump, but you've also got, if you've got a 2-button pad or a 2-button joystick, you can use 2 buttons to jump and the other to attack. So there you go, nice and easy. If you press up and fire at the same time, you will do the that sort of spinny technique with your glaive. That there, yes. Right. So let's go and climb up this rope. Awesome. What? Okay, I didn't realise you could do that. I'm not sure that he should be stuck in the middle there. A couple of, I think that's a bug. I think. Don't think they're meant to be in the middle of nowhere. You're going to hear that a lot when you play, which sounds really familiar. I get that feeling it's from what's that film called? Full Metal Jacket, and it's the bit where he says, "Show me your war face." See, now we've got that. Now we've got that. But yeah, there's a few graphical glitches on this, but oh well, never mind. But it's fun. It's good fun. Yeah. So sound, you got a great soundtrack. You got the score going through the game, which is great, and then you've got all the sound effects as well. Especially the one that you're going to hear the most, which is the death sound effect, which is we will call it the war face sound effect. And I fell off then. That was great. Oh, God's sake. Oh, man. Anyway. So, yeah, the sound and the music are absolutely fantastic. The graphics are absolutely great. The controls are very responsive as well, just so you know. That you haven't got to worry too much about unresponsive controls. They are absolutely on the money, which is great. Which adds to the playability, of course, because you don't want laggy controls. Well, it's nothing worse than playing a game that doesn't allow you to actually do stuff because your control system doesn't work properly. So, again, it's a plus. So well done to them. They've done a great job. But you can see it's very nicely done. The colours are great as well, and the fact it's so smooth, even with a lot of enemy characters on screen at once. It's really nice and smooth. So again, props to the developer. They've done a great job of this. It's Giza Games, by the way, which is the same guys that did Devil's Temple, which I've reviewed already, which again was fantastic. This was an earlier game of theirs, but yeah, they've done a fantastic job. Really, really good. I mean, it's as arcade perfect as you're going to get it, apart from the few glitches that you've seen so far. If the developer is watching this video, maybe you can have a look at that and go back and check it out. Either that or I've got an older version of the game. I don't know. Never mind. Anyway, so yeah, I like the fact that there's more AGA games coming out, because there wasn't a whole hill of beans for that when the 1200 came out. It was a shame, really, because it was a bit of a waste of the graphical power of the 1200, but it's nice that people are making use of it now. I'm going to try and bring some more 1200 games to the channel at some point soon, so look out for those. And but yeah, Rygar, and it's really good. So playability, it's very playable. It's very hard, but it's very playable, and it will keep you coming back for more, because why not? You want to come back and you want to complete the game. If you're not using cheats like I am, because I just literally wouldn't have got very far in this game otherwise, then you know there's a lot to come back for, because you're not going to get very far unless you're an absolute wizard at avoiding 600,000 enemies at the screen at once trying to kill you simultaneously. So there you go. But age rating, well, pretty much any, you know, because there's you know, it's an arcade game. It's a bit of fun. Put the infinite lives cheat on and let the kids run wild on it. Just have fun with it. I always thought Rygar and Rastan were related. I don't know why. No. Oh, there we go. We've got a shield now, which shows that. There you go. So there must be a bonus item strip in the bottom middle. There you go. So but yeah, it's nice to see some arcade games making their way to the older systems as well, because I mean we did have them back in the day, but they weren't quite as well executed as they are now. But there's obvious reasons for that. People just didn't know the power of the machines they were playing with back in the day. I think now that you've got, I mean, look at the absolute wizardry that's going on the ZX Spectrum, and even the Amstrad, the C64. People are finding ways to circumvent the hardware so it actually performs in a way that we would never have thought possible, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. Same with the Amiga. The next big Amiga game I'm really looking forward to is RoboCop. They're redoing the arcade version of RoboCop for the Amiga, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I think it's arcade perfect actually, but that's done by a different guy. We'll look at that when it's released. I'd love somebody to pick up a project for Street Fighter 2 because I've seen the demo. Technical demo of Street Fighter 2, and what we could have had on the Amiga would have been pretty much arcade perfect. What we got was a big pile of crap, which is a shame really, because you know the Amiga had it in it to do the bloody job, and that's the frustrating part. But when it comes to games like Rygar, no problem at all. But I'll be looking at some more Amiga games in the future. I'll be looking at... I really need to start doing some more handheld games as well. It's one area that I don't have many reviews on. So if you'd like to see some handheld games, throw me some suggestions in the comments what you'd like to see. And I will certainly dig them out and play them and review them and all that jazz. But my personal life is a little bit mixed at the moment. Unfortunately, my mother is very ill. So I am kind of splitting my time between that, my kids, and her. So anyway, I will push out reviews as often as I possibly can. Just bear with me. I haven't given up on the channel, so don't worry about that. They just might be a bit slower coming out of the gate. But I'll still check out the comments and things on a daily basis. It's just having the time to do stuff at the moment. But as I say, as and when I can do them these days. And look forward to the next one. Until then, my friends, you keep it retro. I'll leave you with a few minutes of this with the sound pumped up so you can actually hear it, and I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, my friends, I bid you farewell. Bye-bye!
What?